It was an hour to midnight on New Year's Eve. Bella slowly climbed out her window and crept down the front yard, meeting up with her friend Candace. A little late? Yeah, I was getting a little nervous sneaking out of the house. Let's go, they're waiting for us. I heard they got really awesome fireworks. Year 2000 is gonna be great. Bella and Candace were headed to Sawdust Point by the lakeside, where they were supposed to meet up with a few of their guy friends to celebrate the 2000 New Year. The weather was cold and windy, and after a long ride across town, the friends finally reached there, but they couldn't spot anyone else. Where are they? Why aren't they here yet? We're at the right location, right? Yeah, Felix said he would be here. The weather was significantly colder and windier by the shore. The lake was partially frozen. Candace and Bella stood waiting, hoping their friends would show up soon. They thought they were alone. But they were unaware. Some people had gotten their eyes on them. Hey, beautiful. What are you doing here so late? Need some company? Look, you're shaking. I can keep you warm tonight. Bella sternly looked at them. Listen, don't think we're alone. The guys will be here anytime. Oh, really? And what are they going to do? Bella was rude and harsh, but seeing a few of them, Candace was scared. Bella, let's go. We don't want trouble. What? You want to run from these bums? Who are you calling bum? As the guys started to surround them, Candace yelled, "Run!" She ran straight to the scooter, but when she turned for Bella, she was panicked to see the guys had surrounded her. Bella just barely managed to escape and ran the other way as they chased her. As Bella neared the rocky edge of the bank, she stopped, staring at the guys. What was she going to do? You aren't going anywhere. The next morning, when Bella's mother, Lauren, passed by her room, she stopped noticing it was empty. Bella? Where did she go so early in the morning? It was the holidays. Bella didn't have school, and she wouldn't be going out so early anywhere else either. Lauren went around the house. She called up her friends, but they didn't know where Bella was. Albert, do you know where Bella is? What do you mean, she's not home? She's not in her room. I called her friends, she's not with them either. Then where is she? After calling a few other friends and relatives to no news of Bella, Albert walked around the neighborhood, but he couldn't find her anywhere. And when hours went by like this, the parents were awfully worried. Bella had never done anything like this before. Panicked, the parents headed to the police. Officer, the last time I saw my daughter was last night. She went to bed and this morning she wasn't in her room. A lot of people had gone out to celebrate and light fireworks for the 2000 New Year. Are you sure she didn't sneak out last night? Lauren and Albert looked at each other, unsure. Would their daughter sneak out? Does she have any close friends or a boyfriend? She doesn't have a boyfriend, but Candace is her best friend. We spoke to her, but she doesn't know anything. Noting down all the information of Bella's disappearance, the police then went to Candace's house to have a word with her. When was the last time you met or spoke to Bella? A day ago. We spoke on the phone. Did you have any plans on the New Year's? A few friends of ours had gotten some fireworks and we all wanted to go to Sawdust Point to celebrate, but I couldn't build up the courage to leave the house. After speaking to Candace, the police then started to investigate what actually happened. Tom, Brad, and Joe, 3 teens. They were arrested last night when officers found illegal fireworks on them. They went to the same school, headed to the same area. But they never made it. It's possible Bella Anderson went to Sawdust Point alone. We have to search the area. The police immediately sent out search teams around Sawdust Point. And sure enough, they discovered a clue. She must have been here. But even after hours of searching, they were unable to find her body. Lauren tirelessly called every person she knew asking about her daughter. Albert drove around town hoping to spot a glimpse of her. But days were going by, and there was no news of Bella, and the parents were becoming desperate. In all this, it was one day, while Lauren was speaking to her neighbor, Sharon, she gave her some advice. You won't find her going from door to door like this, Lauren. What am I supposed to do? How else will I find her? I know someone. Her name is Shoshana. She can help. Desperate as she was, Lauren agreed to visit this woman, who was known to have helped people in difficult situations before. That evening, convincing Albert, the couple went with Sharon to meet Shoshana. Upon knocking on her door, a woman dressed in black stepped out, strangely looking at them. Sharon, how are you? I'm well, Shoshana. This is Lauren and Albert. Hello. Hello. They're very good people, but their daughter is missing. Please help them. She is a very innocent child. Listening to Sharon, Shoshana looked at Lauren and Albert for a while, before she gave way. Come in. The parents followed her into a dark room. Inside was nothing but a round table, and on it a small bowl of oil. They sat down as Shoshana lit a few candles and placed them around the table. Do you have something that belongs to her? Lauren took out a napkin. Inside were a few strands of hair she had brought from Bella's comb. This is her hair. Shoshana picked up the strands and dropped it into the oil. She then picked up a needle and stirred the oil before she put out her palm. 2 drops of blood mingled together. Lauren and Albert passed each other a glance before they both gave their hands. Shoshana pricked them and mixed 2 drops of their blood into the bowl, and lastly, a drop of her own. Lauren and Albert watched as she began chanting something. And all of a sudden, all the candles went out, and in an instant, the bowl caught on fire. Your daughter will be back. That night, Lauren and Albert returned home. They were stressed, they were anxious, they couldn't understand what they experienced at Shoshana's. Do you think it worked? Do you think we'll find Bella? I don't know, Lauren. It was sometime late into the night. The parents heard a knock on their door. But as they opened the door, they froze, seeing Bella. Her hair disheveled, her clothes ruined, her face pale. "Bella, my dear, where were you? What happened to you?" But Bella was silent. The parents took her in and sat her down. Bella didn't say a word. She didn't even look at them. "Listen, don't ask her anything. Our daughter is back. What more do you want? Are you suspecting something bad happened with her? Whatever happened, happened. It wasn't her fault. She's traumatized. Don't ask her anything now. If we treat her like this, she won't be able to recover. After she's better, we'll ask her what happened." All right. Lauren and Albert didn't tell anyone about what happened with Bella, nor did they ask her anything. That night, Bella took a shower and returned to the table where the family sat down to eat. "How are you feeling, dear?" But Bella was quiet. She simply stared at her bowl. "I made your favorite soup. Aren't you hungry?" "I'm not hungry," she said before she got up and went back to her room. School had opened up again, but for the next few days Bella didn't go, and her parents didn't force her either, trying to be easy on her. But Bella wasn't the same anymore. She was nothing like what she used to be. Entire days would go by, and she would just sit in her room. She didn't watch movies or listen to music or read books like she used to. She would rarely say a word and rarely even ate a morsel of food, and this was how the days were going by. One evening, while Bella was in the shower, Lauren had gone to clean up her room. There was a horrible stench inside. "What is that?" Following the stench, Lauren walked to her closet and opened it up. She stumbled back upon what she found. How did this? There on the ground were the remains of a cat, squirrels, birds, portions of their bodies torn off as if someone had bit them. Lauren immediately told her husband about everything. "Albert, do you think she was eating it?" "What? What nonsense." "Then how did it get in her closet?" "Whatever it is, just clean it out." Albert didn't pay the matter much heed, but Lauren couldn't forget what she saw. She decided to call up Candace. Perhaps Bella would open up if she had some company. "Yes, Mrs. Anderson? Would you please come over to the house?" "Why, Mrs. Anderson? Is everything okay?" "Bella, she's back." "What? Bella is back?" "Yes, but she hasn't been well. She's traumatized. I was hoping if you talked to her she might feel better." So that evening, Candace made her way to the Andersons, where Lauren took her to see Bella. "You girls talk. I'll be downstairs." When Mrs. Anderson had left, Candace looked at Bella. She didn't know where to start. "Bella, thank you so much for not telling anyone anything. I really thought they killed you that night, and I was going to be next. If I knew you were alive, I would have never left without you." When Bella didn't say anything, Candace sat beside her. "Bella, listen. Whatever happened has happened. You need to move on. We don't need to tell anyone about it. and no one will ever know. Hearing Candace shout, Lauren and Albert rushed upstairs. There on the ground, Bella was crouched over, blood on her hands, on her mouth. Candace was no more. What have you done? You don't know what she did. What are we going to do, Albert? We have to get rid of the body. If anyone finds out, Bella will be in trouble. We can't tell anyone she's back. That night, Albert took Candace's body and dropped it out into the lake across town. The very next day, Candace was reported missing, and the police had gotten involved. But Lauren and Albert kept quiet about Bella. The parents didn't allow anyone in the house. However, when days went by, they became concerned as to how long they would pull this off, how long they could hide Bella. And it was one night they got a visit from the police. It's the police. Stay calm. We have to handle this. Albert opened the door. There, outside, stood an officer. Bella. Mom? Dad? Mr. Anderson. We found her at a hospital across town. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Mom. That night, Candace and I went out to the lakeside. Our friends had gotten fireworks and we wanted to celebrate the New Year's, but when we got there, some goons started harassing us. They chased me and I suddenly fell and hit my head. When I woke up, I realized they dropped me off at a hospital. The staff couldn't identify them or me, and I was severely injured on my head. I wasn't in the condition to tell them anything. Albert and Lauren didn't know what to say but to thank the officer. Thank you so much. No problem. Take care. They brought inside their daughter, and Bella let out a breath of relief. I really need to wash up. I'm gonna go to my room. No, you can't go upstairs, Albert quickly said. Confused, Bella asked, Why? Albert, if Bella is here, who is upstairs?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.